Hi, Taurus, and welcome to the first of 2 monthly readings for you for April. But do remember, if you're coming across this after the month of April, there is a message meant in here for you somewhere. That's why you were led to it. So you can watch it at any time. They are also timeless messages. They can also be Taurus for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus if you want to look at it from a romantic perspective. Okay, now what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be doing the cards live here. So again, Oracle with Tarot, and I'm going to actually get an overall energy card for you for the reading. It may tie in, it may be its very own message. Okay, so let's see, what are we getting? Oh, felt like one was going to come out, but I think we need to go this way. Ritual, bison. Taurus, that suits you so well. I understand with my Taurus moon. We like to do, it's almost kind of maybe like Virgo too, in a sense, I guess, but those are both, or even Capricorn, those are grounded earth energies, right? Earth signs. We really like to do, like if something works for us, so what I'm saying here, Taurus, if something works for you, you will do it over and over and over again. If there's something that you really like to wear, like to eat, like to watch, you will do it over and over and over again. And I feel that while that's okay, there may be a message here with the 35 could mean something to you, but also I'm going to say it's an 8. All right, that maybe you need to leave some of those tendencies behind and try something new. Okay, just an idea. That may be an energy that's going to be coming in and around you where you're like all of a sudden, I don't want the ravioli, or I don't, what is it? I'm trying to think about the butternut squash ravioli. It's one of my favorites, right? I'm going to try something different today. Very hard for us to do. So I think that they may want you to step out of your comfort zone a little bit here with this card, all right? And it could even have to do if you do spiritual work, maybe again, it's trying something different. Doesn't mean you leave what you've done behind. I'm not going that way with the 8. I just feel it's like setting your sights on something new or a new way to do things. So that's the main message. Let's see how this comes out, or if it even does tie in with the rest of the cards here. So I'd already shuffled these before. It's a big deck. All right, so what do we have here for Taurus? We're just no questions, although I said I talk too much, so it may actually be a longer reading, but I hope not. Look, independent. Independent, we can say, of the old way that you normally do things, right? You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. And we know that cats can be very independent. The other thing I said is maybe you do some sort of spiritual work here, in which case you are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong, okay? And you don't have to go with the crowd. What we're talking about, doing different things. Okay, I'm going to get a tarot to go with that. Love how these messages come out when, whether I create the piles ahead of time or whether I pull them live, it doesn't matter. Either way, Spirit's talking. So let's look here. We have the Emperor. All right. I love that the Emperor card's coming out because you could think of him as even though it's an owl in this card, you can think of the Emperor as independent, right? Because he is the king of all kings. So they really want you to take on this energy, all right, of maybe trying new things, not marching to the beat of the crowd, but to your own drum. Like I said, if you're a healer or work in any type of spiritual or esoteric work, whatever it is, divination work, then you are a natural healer and you have a strong intuition. And with life supports you in every way, that's really saying spirit, which can be God, source, universe, or whomever it is for you, is here to support you if you're willing to work with them. All right. But the Emperor energy really is having everything. So you have motivation and passion and inspiration. You are good with finances and really putting your nose to the grindstone and working. You're really good at getting clear about your thoughts and the actions that you want to take. And you're really wise and calm and emotionally balanced. So try to take that energy on as you are going to maybe step out and do things a little bit differently, Taurus. All right. Let's get to the next card here. And also, just so you know too, any of these animals on the cards could be a spirit guide animal for you if that resonates. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. All right, so this could be a very simple message. I feel like it does kind of tie in though. You know, sometimes, say with ritual, right? Like think of your morning routine, right? We all do ritual every day. It doesn't have to be ooh magic and ooh witchcraft and all of that stuff. We do the same ritual every morning, or at least most people do. Do you get up and head straight to the washroom and use the washroom, or do you brush your teeth first, or do you get in the shower first, right? Everybody, then you get done that, you do this, you go out, you eat, you make your coffee, whatever it is, you get your stuff ready, if you line it up on a counter or by the door. We all do ritual every day. We just don't call it that. All right. You'd say more, maybe it's my daily routine. Okay. So again, maybe for some of you, because we're talking about that again, it's changing that up a little bit. I feel that message is coming through because it's going to help you in some way. Maybe for some of you, Taurus, you need to, speed things up a little bit, and that's why you're going to change things up. For others of you, as I said with Tauruses, we do love things, okay? And maybe you've collected just a little too many. Or when you do bring something new into the home, you don't get rid of the old. I'm going to keep it just in case, when clearly there's no use for it at this point. So whether you get rid of it by putting it in the trash or recycling it or selling it somewhere on one of the social platforms, right? Donate it, whatever it is that you want to do. But there is a message that maybe there is a bit of clutter that needs to be cleared out. And look, 28 could be important, or that can be a 10 where, you know what, it's the time for something to end, and maybe it's the time for clutter to end. So for some of you Tauruses, this is going to be your spring cleaning message, I think, right? And with the 3 of Cups, this is a really sweet picture. It's, you know what? You're going to feel better. You're going to want to celebrate. Maybe you're going to want to have people over, to kind of see the place all spruced up. It'll be different for everyone. Every Taurus out there it's not going to be the same thing. But by clearing out the clutter, I'm talking about physical clutter. Yeah, it may entice you to invite people over. For others, it's just going to be maybe you are unloading something in your life that's been burdening you and weighing you down, and you want to go out and celebrate it with your friends. Clearing out clutter, it can be emotionally, it can be mentally, and it can be physically, right? But at the end of it, they're just saying, you know what? You will be happy that you did this, okay? And maybe for some of you, this is a message that you need to ask some of your really good friends that you enjoy spending time with. You make a day of it or a weekend of it, and you bring them in and ask them to help. Let's get on to the next card, Taurus. Yeah, Oh, and the other thing with ritual too, I do have to say, Taurus, if you're someone, like I said, who's into the divination or spiritual work or, esoteric, whatever you want to call it, the metaphysical, all right, maybe for some of you, when I saw clearing out the clutter, it showed me like a little altar. So maybe there's some things that you may find while clearing out this clutter that you can put onto your altar, all right? And an altar is just, you know, it can be a tabletop, a bookshelf top, whatever it might be, a little table of just the things that you love that mean something to you. We have donkey. Keep your heart open no matter what. We have archangels Mary and Gabriel on here. So if those archangels mean anything to you, this could be a message for you. But yeah, keep your heart open no matter what. What I want to say is, and I'm taking it back to this, really to all of these things. Sometimes with us Taurus, again, and this is a Taurus energy, it doesn't mean that every Taurus is like this, but you may recognize some of the characteristics or traits in yourself. We want to close off. We don't want to get rid of anything that we love, even if it's no longer of use to us, and you know it would be better suited in someone else's home where they can enjoy it. It feels like something is being torn or ripped away, and we don't like to let go of things. But they want you to, so we close off, right? That's my point. We close off. So they're saying, you know what? You need to keep your heart space open. You can't allow maybe trying new things, or, you know, switching up your morning routine, your morning ritual, you know, trying to get a little more independence in your life. Or being more independent. You can't let that scare you, so that fear shuts it off. Shuts off the emotion, shuts off your heart space. It's understanding that you're doing this for your higher good. You're doing it to help yourself and maybe even others, because, you know, someone's junk can be someone else's treasure, right? So, and it may not feel like it's junk to you, but it can still be someone else's treasure too. Look, 8 of Wands. This is a very determined owl here. He's like leading the wands, you know, to the destination where they've set their coordinates or where they've set their sights, right? And this is you doing that. I think you need to look at it like, you know what, this is going to be my plan. This is what I'm going to do. And I just need to do it. I need to set my sights on it. I need to maybe look at it big picture, right? Like I need to kind of imagine, how do I see this? And you take aim and you go after it, or you start it. All right, Taurus, let's get another card here. We're going to do some live tarot again at the end too, just for clarification, confirmation, advice, guidance. Okay. I'm liking this message for you. It's never too late. And the reason this message is coming through for you, Taurus, is probably because Spirit's like, you need to change things up a little bit and it will be okay. Also, before I get into this next card, it may also have to do with, because Taurus is the ruler of the second house, which is all about your money, your finances, your financial responsibilities, any personal property and possessions. We've been talking about that part of it. Your core values, how you value yourself. So it also could be changing up your ritual or routine, or gaining and being more independent and doing things differently when it comes to that. How do you earn your money? How do you save your money? Are you responsible with it? You know, what are your core values? Are some of them maybe a little out of date and you need to, you need to do an update? Have you maybe been experiencing a bit of a negative self-talk and you really need to start valuing yourself better? All right, let's get into the next card here. Grouse. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. Perfect message to tie into here. I think I had said at the beginning, right? You don't have to go with the crowd. You don't have to march to the beat of their drum. You need to march to the beat of your own. Okay? Doesn't mean you don't like what they're doing. It just means you can express yourself in different ways, and Spirit would really love that for you. Okay? It's going to be so beneficial to you in the end. It's going to enhance your life and to help bring in what is actually good for you and meant for you. The Ace of Swords, new beginning. Aces, always new beginnings. And the wonderful thing about this is Ace of Swords is getting clear about your new beginning, having mental clarity. So again, how do you want to do this? You're going to think about it, take aim, and go after it. And with the Ace of Swords, you can think of it as a new way of doing things, a breakthrough, a new idea of how you want to do things, right? And it can also mean success with the swords too, but it is also thinking clearly. So they really want this new beginning for you as well. Now, what I'm going to get into right now before we go, Taurus, is some more tarot for you. It may be clarification, confirmation, advice, guidance. I feel like this whole time these may not have been over far enough on the edge here. Okay, so let's just get 3 more tarot here. See if there's anything else that needs to come out. The 4 of Pentacles. Perfect. Don't hang on to anything too tightly. We talked about that, right? Wanting to hold on to it, closing your heart down because you don't want to deal with the emotions of it, or not wanting to clear out the clutter. They're saying here, you know what? Again, there is abundance for you in some way if you are able to let go and just get ready to plant the pentacles, plant the seeds of what it is and where it is and how it is that you want to do this. If you hang on to the seeds, they don't get planted. If they don't get planted, there's no work for you to do. And if there's no work for you to do, your dreams and wishes are not coming through into reality, or so that it comes into reality, right? I don't think I worded that quite right, but you know what I mean. 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is, and I want to say here, remember we were talking about how this could even be for you like, oh, how do I let this go? These are things that I really love. You know, I love this routine. I love my favorite butternut squash ravioli. I love my favorite restaurant, my favorite blankets. Letting it go may feel like you're losing, like there's, you know, the 3 cups have spilled over and it's like, oh no, now my cups are all gone. They've all spilled over. But the reality is you still have 2 full ones back here. But because you're so upset, you're not able to turn yourself around and see that there's still hope in these situations, that there still are new independent ways of doing things, Taurus. So they really want you to think about that when you're kind of going through, you know, a hard time with this, because, you know, change isn't easy for everyone. Not every person hearing this is going to be like, okay, no problem, let me just change things up. The Page of Swords. Look, we had the Ace of Swords, now we have the Page of Swords. And isn't he just like the little smarty pants there with his glasses and his books all stacked up? Oh, and I think, is that a little magnifying glass? I'm not sure, but I love this picture. These are, okay, these may go back to my favorites. I can't decide. But Page of Swords is young and curious, okay? He is so full of curiosity, right? Wanting to learn things, wanting to know things, thirsty for knowledge, okay? Wanting to, again, with swords, new ideas, new ways of doing things. And even new ways of communicating. And I even feel maybe a new way of communicating with yourself. I think I had said if there's any, was it here somewhere? I said if there's any negative self-talk, or yeah, like this is a new way for you to think about. It really is about you changing things up a little bit. Maybe you need to read some stuff on it, okay? Maybe you need to go online and be like, this is what I want to change, or this is what I want to do, and just get an idea of maybe how other people, you can find everything now, right? You can find out everything. So why not go on and maybe do a bit of research on that? You may find a really good, it could be a 30-day challenge plan that you can do. All right, Taurus, that is your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it.